Bane pick from X3. Wouldn't PuckChamp just pick Skywrath now? Put Skywrath in the off lane, put your Marcy as a 5, and go Skywrath Viper and just demolish the lane, because Bane just doesn't live.
You remember that honor that we were talking about? Well, I think that...
we might have honor. I'm not sure about PuckChamp, though.
Hurry, hurry.
I mean, you have to have just at least a little bit of honor. So I'm guessing that little bit is not allowing them to be that dirty.
All right. I think we've talked a lot about honor in the past few months. About do you want to go for the win? Do you sacrifice what is needed for the W? What kind of integrity do you have at the end of the day? But still, I mean, I think like when we talked about Bane coming into the meta several months ago, it allowed heroes like Skywrath to pop up and be like, hey, if we want to win the lane where Bane beats the Weaver, we bring the Skywrath to beat the Bane, basically. So that's my reasoning, unless they put Viper and Marcy as a support. Marcy definitely is a support. Viper could be a support. So either PuckChamp picks one now, leaves it for later as a flex, or just go for the Skywrath right now. Like, I just feel like it's a good pick. They already had a pretty good game with it. They just don't have the combo with it, which is kind of lacking. Dispose into Mystic Flare. It's not as nice as Chaos Bolt into Mystic Flare.
Radiance ban.
For sure.
Oh, Phoenix. Okay. It is a support.
I think that is a response to the CK. What PuckChamp are doing here, they're literally countering every single one of X3 heroes. That is what they're doing right now. Like, we're gonna counter every one of your heroes. The Phoenix, he just makes the CK not as strong. If you don't have a BKB, the Sunray can actually kill you. You have the X, you have the Dispose, you have a lot of spells to keep people in place. And you know, PuckChamp, they're lacking a little bit of control in team fights. So if you get gone on by X3, who have really solid teamfight with the Wukong's command, the coil, even catch someone with the Fiend's grip, if there is a neck there that you can't get to, you have to run away. So all of those spells can be useless. So I'm liking this pick from PuckChamp. Plus the Marcy and the Phoenix. If these are the two supports, we have seen a core Marcy in Division 1. It didn't really do too well, but we did see it. If these are the two supports, it's a pretty solid support duo. Marcy does really well in the lanes, and then you have this Phoenix from the mid game towards the late game that is always going to be a big nuisance.
Right. I'm going to ask a wild question from you. Who's the better puck player, Natty Narwhal or Bob?
That's a tough one, because you know there is a Bob that crushes you and there is the Bob that feeds. You know, which Bob are you actually pointing out? I know it's the same person, but he has two personalities there. So I'm not sure which one. Bob at his best, I don't think Natty Narwhal.
Bob is just great, but I think I'm not gonna say who's better. I just really like Natty Narwhal kind of making a stage for himself in X3. They played a really good qualifier before. They were very, I wouldn't say dominant, but they showed some good sparks of imagination in several games that they've played outside of the DPC. And then getting one map off already in their first series, and now getting the first as well from PuckChamp was a pretty good play for them. And it's mostly thanks to Natty Narwhal playing this aggressive puck.
He is. I'm actually gonna go for Natty Narwhal because I value consistency in Dota, and that is what makes a good Dota team, and that is what allows the team to thrive. Because when you're consistently good, there's not gonna be any fighting in the team. There's not gonna be any problems between the players personally, and you're gonna evolve easier because you always know what to expect. So that's why I'm actually gonna go for Natty Narwhal. Plus, we're casting the Eastern Europe, so we have to hype these guys up. When you ask me that question, Southeast Asia, we're gonna go for Bob.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in there. Though, Legion Commander ban, that means no Heart Dispel is available, so the attack speed slow provided by the Phoenix onto these heroes that kind of struggle in destroying the egg. You remove the Legion Commander and Oracle type heroes out of the equation. Phoenix Egg is looking pretty good this game. You can combine it with the Kunkka going for Axe, for example, with the Torrent Storm. Maybe that would be an option if they really value that egg. But we have an HS Prophet coming from X3, and the final pick of the draft is going to be a Mars for PuckChamp, and that's going to be Malik. So carry Viper, mid Kunkka, offlane Mars.
Okay, I actually wanted to see the Mars laning against the Nature's Prophet, but he's gonna do okay against the CK. Mars has a solid amount of armor. You can see a lot of the gear on him, so you know, he's gonna be okay-ish in the lane. Astral will help you somewhat there to lane against the CK, not allow him to do any damage. I think X3, what they're trying to do right now is just never fight PuckChamp, and I think that is actually a pretty solid approach. The only problem I have with X3 is that I can see them just being absolutely demolished in lanes, and that is something that you have to be aware of. Kunkka will win the lane against the Puck. The Viper Marcy are just they're a nightmare to deal with. And then you have the Mars Phoenix, which is going to be doing okay. So you're going to win 2.5 lanes. And that might be enough to not allow X3 to play the game. But I like both approaches. PuckChamp on one side, they want to crush their opponents. X3, they want to dodge until an opportunity presents itself. So I think we're going to be seeing a very cool game in terms of how the teams are going to be moving around the map.
Cool game in the sense as well that this is game number 3. This is the defining match to close out the series as a W for either of these two teams that have lost both of their opener series during the course of this DPC season. So one of them is going to end up having a victory under their belts. The other one is going to stay 0-2. And it would be dreadful if it were to be PuckChamp, who just dropped in from Division 1 into Division 2. You would not want to start your season with a double loss. That's the reason why they were fighting so hard in game number 2 to get that victory, so that they could keep this series up and running. X3, though, looking at an upset. If they're able to pull off this series against PuckChamp, that really tells something about this team. This is a qualifier team after all.
Yeah, they are, and they're building up their team for quite some time. X3, I know the organization. They've had some of these players. Some of the players have changed. They have a boot camp in Russia. They have been playing together for quite some time with some slight changes. And you know, it's not like they're not a stack. They're really a team, and they do practice quite a lot. So to me, it wasn't surprising when they went through the open qualies and close qualies then, but I am gonna be surprised if they beat some of the Division 1 teams from the last season. And PuckChamp, they're actually on a good path to do it.
Well, let's see what we can get. Our bounties are going to be spawning 2-2 by the looks of it. Get our laning stage underway. It's going to be the Puck versus the Kunkka in the mid lane. Bottom's going to be the CK versus the Mars. And then we have this top lane, which is a bit different. Nature's Prophet versus the Viper. NP is good in this lane. The reason you want this NP is for lane security. He's such a great core in many matchups, even the ones that most carries lose. NP is there to kind of balance it out. He's got very good right-click damage, very good attack speed, has the help of the Treants. But Shurkarat is having to play this very safely because they're waiting for the creep wave on the rink.
And the Kalis knows this. He's gonna be chasing that creep wave with the creep wave of X3. We're seeing this more and more, and I think that's okay for X3. Just do some shenanigans in the lane so that the Kalis and Krillat aren't together. When they're not together, they're just not as scary.
Yeah, being said, this is the Viper that's going to be establishing control for now. Shurkarat would like to bring up some of that XP. He's pulled himself one creep wave right in front of the tower. So despite all the moves that PuckChamp is trying to do to read that, it is still going to land right in front of the X3 tower. Now jumping into mid, Puck is taking a beating. Kunkka 8-4 versus 2 on the Puck. Young G is on fire.
Come on, Natty Narwhal, I just said you're better than Bob. It's my name on the line as well. He doesn't really care about my name because he's being crushed still. Young G is really doing an amazing job. Natty Narwhal is completely outplayed here. The denies, the last hits, everything. Kunkka is a better matchup than the Puck, but it shouldn't be this much of a difference for sure.
And the phase shift doesn't even work for Natty Narwhal. He's really banging his head here. Like, how is this going so bad for me? What's up with this lane? 14-5-4. That is just that's you could almost say a blowout in the first 2 minutes.
Top lane, Sugarat caught.
And the Nature's Prophet TPs all the way back home. And he's got a TP scroll to come back. Strengths of the Viper for sure here. He already used the Dispose earlier on, so no TP cancel. And still his teleport ability. So even if you cancel it once, he's still got it.
Going again.
Yep, they're gonna try, but this has to work out, and they're gonna have to full commit onto this Viper. Maybe get a return kill. Sugarat will go down, and there we go. The Jingus are gonna be up, and the Battle Strike from the Rink's gonna be enough. And now the Treant body blocks. Ducalis might go down. The Treant's trying to get in front. The little Flowerman, the Cactus is trying to get on the way, but no. Marcy able to jump out, has the escape mechanism on her side. 1 for 1. But PuckChamp is leading in every lane in terms of CS. And now an attempt from Zheng Ji onto Natty Normal. He's going to have to face it to dodge this one now.
I'm thinking PuckChamp should focus on killing the Monkey King. The Monkey King is the only one that can turn things around. You know, if the Monkey King is dying, if you can't do... if he can't get the Jingu stacks off, the X3 don't have that much kill potential. The Nature's Prophet does some of it, but as soon as the monkey starts falling low, he has to back out because he'll easily be ran down. So I'm thinking that PuckChamp, after what happened right now, they're gonna be focusing down in Rink every single time they want to go for a play. The Viper now he is level 3 with level 2 in poison attack. The killing of the Viper, it becomes much harder because he kills you so damn fast.
Will be our first 4 minutes of play. 1-1. Early lanes here. This Viper will continue to get stronger, but so does this Nature's Prophet if he can keep up in levels. The downside is you're in such a scary lane with the Marcy and the Viper that you do not want to be near this lane, but you're still going to get XP and at least a couple last hits here and there so you don't completely fall behind. So PuckChamp has a big advantage.
I don't know what's the play now for the side of X3 on this top lane, really, because
To be me neither. Like, this is where I'm just like, can we just disconnect?
Yeah, literally. Like, can we stop playing this one? Because you cannot fight with the Marcy if you're in Rink, because he can just easily get himself away, and you put yourself in a bad position where the Viper can kill you. They're trying to make these interesting moves of pulling the creeps, but it's just giving more and more farm to Krillat. It is just a very tough position for them. I think we don't look at this lane so that the stream remains family friendly. Panda, go somewhere else.
We're looking at this bottom lane, which we haven't looked at all in the first 5 minutes because this is just a calm farming lane for both sides, for both Nesfir and Malik. They've both been farming pretty nicely here, getting their advantage out of this lane. Strength versus strength. You've got your trading supports who don't really get to fight that much. The Bane and the Phoenix just kind of, you know, existing in the lane.
I don't want X3 not to get a chance to play this game. They have such interesting heroes that are able to give vision, split push, and stuff like that. But if the laning phase continues this way, they'll never get a chance to utilize it because every single hero of PuckChamp will be able to get a solo kill on every single hero on the side of X3. Bottom lane, Phoenix.
Stun does connect, but no damage follow-up. Astral's fine. This is the big fight, though. The action rune. Got the arcane rune picked up. Rink's able to dodge the bolt damage with the help of Mischief. And now Marcy is in a bit of trouble. That's the dispose out, and Sugarat is here because he needs that experience and maybe even a bit of assist gold to go as well. As Natty Narwhal will get his first. Meanwhile, Nesfir gets burnt under the tower. That's just the Fiery Spirits doing the kill.
Denied.
I like the idea from X3. They need to break up these lanes. They need to start running around the map so that PuckChamp start TPing in. If the status quo remains and the laning phase is played until like minute 10, there's gonna be a big lead on the side of PuckChamp. So you're running towards the Kunkka because you don't want the Kunkka initiating. You want him to respond with the boat. So that was ideal from the side of X3.
Yeah. Now when you look at this net worth already at 7 minutes in, you can see that this NP is following behind. Natty Narwhal getting killed in the mid lane at the same time. Triple net worth lead for PuckChamp. And another one for the Kunkka. Young G he has come to play.
For sure. He obliterated the puck in the mid lane, and now PuckChamp, they understand that the place to make plays for X3 is around the mid lane, force out those TPs. But if the Collis is already in position, it's gonna be hard to do that, and the turnaround will always be possible. They even catch the puck. They have the X, they have the dispose. It was easy to pull him back once he used the orb. So beautifully done there by PuckChamp. And the Collis, he knows Viper. He can do whatever he wants. It's time to crush the other lanes.
Sphere here, dispose into the Sunray. Very tanky CK though. I don't seem to take too much damage, and Mars is also going to get caught by the Nightmare. Pushed out, but still burning the CK slowly but surely, and about to fall. Astral will get the burning tick damage and finish off Sphere for the second time, and not looking good at all for X3 in these first 8 minutes. CK dying twice, Puck having difficulties in mid, and Furion has barely any farm, doesn't have the levels. PuckChamp could just walk away with this game, to be honest. I've said this once, I'll say it twice.
The games that X3 lost before this series, they've lost them really fast, like below 30 minutes and around 33 minutes. Both of those games, Sugarrat got destroyed in lane. I'm kind of getting the same vibes from this one. I'm not sure what this Nature's Prophet will be able to contribute. It is a hero that takes a lot of farm away from the map, and with this kind of a start, you can't do much. X3, they have to make moves. You can see what they're doing, but the problem is they'll always be under enemy vision. With that kind of win in lanes, PuckChamp will have wards in places that you can't really predict.
You're already 3,000 gold behind, but X3, what are the things they need to get right? Is it just, you know, level 6s and trying to make a kill?
I still think the moves towards the Kunkka, force TPs there, and then smoke from the mid lane to the side lanes. Most notably, the bottom lane is the easier one to get a kill on.
Nice Nightmare dodge. Dodge the spear from Malik, and here comes the Rink, providing some backup, and Sharkarat is here as well. Bane slowly burning, but not enough for a kill. Coil onto the Mars. Oh, looked a bit too far away. Pops the coil for the extra damage, and Sphere is down again. Oh boy. It doesn't really matter if they get this kill onto the Mars with all these heroes, because they just lost the CK in the top lane to the Viper. That's almost a solo kill. I mean, the Marcy was there to back him up. The worst thing that could possibly happen just happened. The Power Rune is gonna be there. They got the regen onto the puck, so Young G forced away.
Every time that PuckChamp are the ones forcing out rotations from X3, they're winning. Even if they would just lose the Mars and not even get the kill on the CK, it would be good for them, because when you know where X3 are, it's a lot easier for you to play around their maneuverability. So I'm looking at X3, and if I was them, I wouldn't go for any reactive moves in this game. Unless you're completely sure that it's gonna be clean, that you're gonna get multiple kills, just let them dive, kill a support, and then come to defend the tower, immediately smoke away. You cannot stay at one place for too long, and you must not bring too many heroes to one spot. It is way too hard for you to play that way.
Setting up for a potential kill in top as they use the Phantasm. The Ring diving under the tower against the Son of the Viper. This is a good attempt. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. We're gonna get a pause as they're about to jump in.
Look at the Monkey King's position,
what happens?
man.
What happens now? What happens now?
Let's see.
Look at this guy. Is he like... Did he land on the tower? Technically, yeah.
I think... I don't think they even killed the Viper, but if they do, the turnaround for PuckChamp kills the CK for sure, and the Monkey King dies for sure. The Bane might get out, or one of the supports on the side of X3 might get out, but this is a good move. I like this. Force out rotations from the enemies. Don't be the ones that are being forced to
Instant
fight.
TP comes out, and they instantly recognize that we should get the heck out of here. And Sphere looking at death number 4, as the burns and the dots are too much to deal with. He is out of play. Bane being chased by Takalis and Young G. Torn's not going to connect on the Bane, but they have isolated him. X-Mark's going to be there as well. And he just waltzes out for that momentarily. Not going to go for the double kill. And Monkey King in the trees, so... Yep, there's that.
Okay, so you lost the 2 heroes, but you forced out some rotation, so you need to use it somehow. Push out the waves. I don't think you can really go for kills, but use this to push out the waves, then go for a smoke X3. I mean, you know, we're kind of grasping at straws here. This game is almost impossible right off the bat, 12 minutes in. I know that it's rarely that way in Dota, but that's just how it is. You can't get a single kill. So you're using the mobility that you have. I just want them to be a bit faster. You know, with the Nature's Prophet not being on the top lane, I think the bottom lane needed to be pushed out a little bit more. You can see it's now being pushed in because Malik is pulling, but that's just because he's maximizing his farm, not because X3 forced those things to happen. At least they'll go for a smoke immediately, so they're making plays. They know farming is not gonna get you back into this game. Fighting and forcing out rotations from PuckChamp is.
They are smoking up on the bottom half of the map, looking for an opening. Is that translatable?
He says the hero is staying AFK and it's not listening, probably not listening to commands of the puck.
Sounds like packet loss to me. If it's not reacting or recognizing any of his moves, then that's most likely a real, actual packet loss lag issue that is going on. Those are nasty.
And, the Kali says that the same is for the Viper when he's using A-click.
A-click, okay.
Yeah, but I guess when he's using other things, it's working.
Right. Should be 30 seconds. Is that what I'm reading?
I don't know what he was. Something about 30 seconds, but for him, something is, I don't know what slightly is. I don't know what that means. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Panda. I'll improve my my Russian knowledge, and every single time I'll be able to translate everything. I'm really
but
feeling
thank you,
bad right now.
We're glad to have you because you are the expert in this case. As we don't always know what is going on. Now we have some clarification on the situation, but there's also more clarification in terms of graphs. So let's look at these. As you know, game started off with a classic. It's about 50-50. Should be around 50-50. Now we have this nice slope coming down. He's already reconnected back to the game. It is 83 to 17%. 12 minutes into this game.
The graph looks like a beach, you know. The middle line is where the water is, and now it's going deeper and deeper. I kind of feel like X3 are gonna drown fairly soon. But yeah, Malik knows. Look at it. Malik knows this is a problem because he's gonna bait right now. And it's gonna end up in at least one of the heroes of X3 dying.
There's gonna be the Bane inside the arena, but he's thinking there's gonna be more people showing up, so he's just gonna pull some distance, and Young G and Dakalis are gonna show up. SMN admits to his fate. Bane didn't kill.
I think he was just accepting that the help that was coming had more right to that kill than he did. The only reason that he stayed there was because the help was coming. And I think with him backing away, maybe it was an attempt to pull in more heroes from X3. X3, though, they're aware just how weak they are. They can't do anything. I would continue if I was X3 to fight on the bottom lane or force things out on the bottom lane, because that is the part of the map where PuckChamp have nothing to take. Yeah. So you want to give kills there and delay this game as much as possible. The opening will present itself at some point, but in games like this, it's almost impossible to pinpoint it from their point of view. Even from ours, it's gonna look impossible for them to engage.
Definitely a very hard game in the eyes of X3, but you just gotta hold on to what you have. Maybe even try to think about, do we put supports in some kind of a, well, not carry position, but something towards it, because you can see the Monkey King is building into a comeback Midas. So, oh, he's been spotted as well. Kerlat unable to quite get the catch on him, though. Malik is here, cuts down the tree, and Monkey King, he's not in for a good time. That is Mars's blink complete as well, as that kill goes through. Natty Narwhal. There's Dakalis on the side, but he's instantly dodging the triangle. Radiant Scan used there as well, so quickly move out.
with the mid lane tower down now for PuckChamp, they're constantly going to be playing around this mid lane. From the mid lane, you have really fast access to every part of the map, and you just want to fight. You know that X3 can't fight you. If now the game really becomes hard for X3. Can you dodge PuckChamp? This was bound to happen at some point, but in this game, but the difference shouldn't have been this huge. That is the difference. With the difference being this huge, anyone on the side of PuckChamp can be overly aggressive and possibly survive long enough for X3 to come over. So control the mid lane, fight around there, go top, bottom, top, bottom. There is no reason for PuckChamp to control one area of the map. They should just be in front of their enemy base and then just picking off people on the sides. And I like what Shergarat is doing right now. There's actually nothing else that you can do apart from trying to force things on this bottom tier 1. That is the best place to be. That is the best place to die, to be honest. You're not really going to be getting any kills there.
Yeah. Pretty much is. Waiting for this 50-minute marker to hit. 6,000 lead for PuckChamp continues to grow. And we're not even seeing any big items show up yet. BKB still in the works for Kunkka. He's already built an Orchid. Orchid very useful in this game, especially against the Puck. Just that extra bit of control that they need.
Adinarwal knows he's going for a Yules usually would see a blink now on the Puck just to be able to make some plays. I think he's probably regretting the Witchblade right now. He was thinking, we're lacking damage, I have to get it, but even with the Witchblade, they're not gonna kill a single hero. It just won't happen. So you're just thinking how to survive, how to split push as much as possible. I think Yules into a Boots of Travel and hope that PuckChamp are not ending the game at that point and that you can just continue being a nuisance.
Kind of a calm moment here for X3 to regroup themselves. Vipers finished the BKB. Mars is working on his. Kunkka is working on his. Those BKBs are going to be the downfall of, firstly, the Puck. Secondly, they can't get stunned by any of the abilities from X3. Bane can maybe lock down one of the heroes, but PuckChamp wants to play as a tight stack. So it will be very difficult to teamfight against a PuckChamp at this moment. Dukalis and Malik.
Look at Nesphere's position. Did he eat through the trees?
Likes to eat a lot, Narwhal. Grab here, Mars, Dukalis, Youngji gets the X mark, and the Puck is pretty much done for. Silence is going to last long enough for him to not get his phase shift out on time, and it's a big Treant army now pushing the bottom lane. I mean, with this shard on the Nature's Prophet, I mean, yeah, decent work. This is going to be a lot of damage dealt to this tower. Yep, finding the CK in the top lane, Nesphere. Into a world of hurt, he enters. Death number 5 for the CK. 6th in net worth. Not really making much of a increase. He's got the Midas. We've got the secondary Midas on the Monkey King. We don't have any other Midases coming up on the team, though.
At least they'll be able to kill the siege creeps when the enemies start pushing. Oh, bottom lane, is that finally a kill?
Oh, it is. Bean Script into Astral, but here comes the TP and SMN. Should be able to get out. And we'll actually get the kill onto the Monkey King in the top lane at the same time. But hey, it's been a while since they killed anybody the last time. That was the Natty Narwhal killed Dukalis at the 13-minute mark. Yeah, it's just 4 minutes without a kill. Okay, I was getting excited. I thought they've only killed in the laning stage. But they got the bot tower. Shergarat making work.
I really like that the Kunkka went for this Orchid. He understands that the plays from X3 is split push, and you just want to have catch items. We might even see a Hex after the BKB. I don't think you're ever afraid, if you're PuckChamp in this game, that you're going to be weaker inside of a fight. You have the Phoenix to deal with the CK, so the CK, he needs like 30 more minutes of farm to actually be able to get himself to a good position, because he's not really going to be getting a lot of creeps. He's just going to be farming with his Midas.
Closing up on the mid lane. X3 stacking up with several heroes. Playing in a clump. Sticking nearby to each other's. Making sure that If there's an opening, they have to take it. There is no room for error anymore for X3. PuckChamp will go to the Roche pit. They'll secure Aegis for themselves.
Not the best Roche lineup, but you do want to fight. That is the thing. So even if you're the slowest Roche taking the lineup, at some point the Roche will die, and you just want to force X3 to fight and Rink.
I think they just saw the Monkey King. Oh, they did! Marcy jumps to cut the tree down. A work of art for sure, as they're able to get the Monkey King out. They can secure Roshan for themselves now as well. TP straight to bottom, trying to catch Sugarat as Malik using his arena.
Sugarat is dead. Unless he really messes up the spear. No way.
Yeah, I mean, it does land it between trees, but at least it's inside the forest, so it does connect. And now Sprout, boat is going to be there. X-Mark is just doesn't quite get the boat stunned, though. But, hey, it looks like they used another Fiend script on a kill to the Phoenix. Yep. Just like the kill they got in the bottom lane, but hey, that's another one. That's Marcy down. Does Sphere get away with it? A lot of tick damage, and he's about to die. No, he lives. CK gets out, X3 still breathing.
They are, and they're playing this perfectly. I'm liking what they're doing. I'm thinking that PuckChamp are giving them the chance a bit by not forcing to take out the mid lane completely. What PuckChamp were doing in this game was they were controlling the top and the mid lane and just getting more farm. So they weren't controlling the entirety of the map with them running towards the bottom lane as well. They thought it would be a bad move. Maybe it would be, but I think they have enough catch with the Mars and the Kunkka. They can be running together, and I don't think there's anyone that can kill them. And then there's the supports that can maybe be backing up the Viper in the mid lane. If anyone goes for him, the turnaround will be great. So I thought that was going to be the play from PuckChamp, but they were content with just farming the mid lane and the top lane, and it allowed X3 to constantly push out the bottom lane. With these pushes out, you can see that opportunities are presenting themselves, and for the last 5 minutes, PuckChamp has lost a 1,000 gold lead. So X3 are showing that they can still play this game, and they're actually doing a really good job forcing out stuff for PuckChamp and getting a few kills.
That's what I was actually wanted to ask you about the whole beach analogy. What is happening to the beach right now? Because it looks like, you know, they were about to drown. What happens now?
It's becoming a pond, you know.
Is this the rise of Atlantis? In Dota?
Might be. You know, people who do believe in legends, maybe that is the idea. We're gonna be seeing that ancient civilization actually rise from the bottom of the ocean. Might be the
map Pog. Getting excited here. 20 minutes of play. 5k lead for PuckChamp still. And as already mentioned, X3 pretty good moves around the map. And let's count those Midases. There was one. There was two. Now there's three. We have one in Sugarat as well. So we have the triple Midas for X3, which will definitely bring that economy flowing in their way or in their favor. PuckChamp is still the ones leading. Oh, still gonna get caught by the X-Mark. No boat though. Only has the silence. He sends the biggest of the biggest treants to chase this Kunkka away.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Oh, that treant actually looks like the Digimon, you know, from the
I don't watch
from
Digimon.
The girl.
I don't watch Digimon.
Know.
I'm sorry. Just no. No, Harry.
That doesn't matter. We'll yeah, you're
Just
still
no.
cool, Panda. You're still cool. Either way, X3 are continuing to delay this game and kind of chip away at the lead that PuckChamp have. The towers are falling, but still with having the Nature's Prophet, you don't need the towers to push out the waves. And as we mentioned, once the siege creeps start flying in, you have the Midases to take them out, and the Puck will deal with the creep waves. So X3, they're gonna be able to delay this game. I was hoping that the game is gonna be interesting like this. I was kind of afraid that PuckChamp are just gonna destroy the side of X3, but these guys are really doing some good work.
They definitely are. I mean, like you're saying, they're playing the map really well, but they are getting caught at the top lane here. The arena popped by Malik. They catch down Sugarat. Bane is also trying to get out, but that's going to be the X-Mark connecting. So SMN is also going to be hunted. Does he TP away, though? Dodges the spear, and doesn't look like he had the cancel for it. Oh, the X-Marks just come back off cooldown again. Oh, just in time for that one. And S-Sphere tries to TP away, too, but the Yule's cancel is going to be there. You have a Phoenix with the Yule's. That's how rich this guy is. And your CK is dead as well. So as soon as X3, they thought that they're outplaying this team. PuckChamp finds 3 kills for themselves. And still has the Aegis for another 2 more minutes, but they need to get these lanes pushed out.
These things are bound to happen, you know. Not every time you're gonna be successful in your plays, but with making those plays, you're gonna make PuckChamp make a few mistakes, and you're gonna be quite happy with that. The BKBs from the Nature's Prophet, from the CK are gonna come out, and then it's gonna be much easier to get yourself away. So I'm still okay with what X3 is doing. I just didn't like. Okay, Natty Narwhal. Okay, that's a big pickoff.
Yeah. Pretty standard kill, though. It is the support. And he's still being chased. Oh, the Astro catches there with the Yules. Was it really a big catch if he ends up dying here? Because he's getting stunned and controlled. Okay, the spear stunned despite the X-Mark, and he's still somehow alive. And actually gonna get his way out, so he did force a lot of rotations onto PuckChamp on him. Still making his way out. Well played, Natty Narwhal.
Not only did he kill the support Panda, but he forced 3 heroes to chase him for a good 20 seconds, allowing for Sugarat to finish off the tower. So everything working out for X3 there.
That is totally worth in that case.
Even if he had died, I'd be okay with it. I think you're completely fine dying in some of these situations. A bit too close to your base, but you don't want it. You still don't wanna. You don't want to cry if that happens, because it's tough for PuckChamp to go high ground. They don't really have good high ground healers. Maybe once Viper gets the Aghanim shard, but you know, before that, it's gonna be quite tough for them to do anything to the towers.
Yeah, X3 is so well. They're just reading this map so well. Even if SMN doesn't get caught here and gets arena, it's just waiting for that spear to land. It's gonna be the end of him. Yep, Malik will be the true hunter and get this one out of the way. And now Puck has been spotted as well. But CK wants to fight this one. And Ducalis will be sacrificed for this. And the TP away with BKB and S-Sphere is out of it.
Big thing for PuckChamp is they're starting to find heroes on the side of the map of X3. That is something that is showing that they are actually starting to get a grip of the map control in this game. But every single time, even when you do it, X3 are so fast in the split push. I'm just impressed with what they're doing. PuckChamp, I think they're gonna start getting very, very frustrated and very soon, and that is something that can cost you. You're still playing against the CK. That's a hero that can reality rift you in and just destroy you in a second. So if you're PuckChamp, you're gonna have to be very careful, but we can see that the frustration is actually working in, because they're coming to push. I'm hoping that this is just to force out TPs and get back. That would be the best move.
See what they can do. This DD doing some work towards this tower, while Narink is trying to keep the split push alive on the bottom lane. Got Sugarat also TPing in there as well. They're about to lose a lane of Rax. Poison attack does go through the buildings, and Corella is just building up the stacks to make sure that this lane is now opened up. Glyph used inside the base, and now Malik will go for the TP home.
They're going for bottom.
Keeps on going. Got the spear as well onto the Monkey King. Young G is going to be here. And now it's time for the fight, maybe. Bane is here. Does he get the Phoenix grip off? No, he doesn't. Might even have to buy back for this one, as they need to fight this one. Net Sphere. Egg's going to be popped, and that's a very risky egg, sir. Phoenix down. A Viper about to fall. Make it 2. They did sacrifice a lane of Rax for these and a couple heroes on the push towards that bottom lane. Didn't quite get the tier 3 tower, but making moves like these, X3, I mean, you only have a couple more of these remaining.
Yep, but it's still pretty solid. If you can push out the waves right now and then catch PuckChamp on the backline before they, or on their side of the map before they can actually get themselves together, or at least force out the smoke from PuckChamp so that they can get themselves out on the map without pushing out the waves, it would still be okay for X3. They have with this move, you know, they've given away the racks, but it still doesn't change anything because it's the mid lane. And no one really cares about that one in a game like this because the side lanes are the ones that PuckChamp needs to control. Very soon, they're gonna lose the strength to just run down mid. You could see, like, 10 minutes ago, the Viper and the 2 supports could kill the whole team of X3. They can't do it any longer. And at some point, you're gonna have to have all 5 heroes on the side of PuckChamp to fight.
Rat Dota.
Yep.
A lot of... They're not rats, they're cacti. Inside the base. That's 1,000 damage dealt. Solid. Solid work for Sugarat. They are playing the map. Objective-based gaming. PuckChamp are just desperate to find someone. Yeah, they're trying to full-on combo here to just kill these illusions. And now the push on the bottom lane. Still
Look at
can't quite
Sugarat.
finish off the tower. And Sugarat.
He has no TP.
Oh, he's got so many people around him. He's got a BKB, but he won't be able to get it. He's down. But does that open enough? No. Young G, look at the patience on this guy. He's just not moving away. He is staying here. You are not taking our Raxes. If we kill your rat, we're going to make sure that there's no other mongrels inside this as well. Actually catches the Monkey King with the torrent here.
The CK is coming. With the CK, they can kill Young G inside of the stun. Oh, they don't know that the enemies are that far behind. They have no vision there.
Yeah.
This could have been amazing for X3.
They just feel like this Gunk is baiting or something, because the way he's moving, the confidence he has in here, it's like, yeah, he's got friends behind him. But yeah, you're right. They don't know how far they were. However, Natty and Arwell is already headed towards the other lane now, pushing out the top lane, as they just managed to get this bottom lane pushed out, and the top lane rat was killed. Nature's Prophet is about to spawn, and Rink is buying some time and making space. And here we go. Mr. Rat is inside the base once again, and all he needs is two good hits, and he's going straight for the melee. He's actually going for the range racks, but yeah, they don't have a creep wave in, so this is all for naught. He can hold the creep wave down, and they're looking for Kunkka. They've got the Fiend Script ready. SMN. They're going to go for this. This is going to take some time. They need this kill. And now with the BKB popped on Nesphere, they're going to lose the Bane right away. Oh my goodness. Was it too much for them in the end? They're going to secure the gem for themselves. There's almost a dead Phoenix, but they will still be able to take down Nesphere. Puck was able to get the push in the top wave at the same time, but they've already got a creep wave in bottom. That's going to be a lane of Rax. And X3, you get good moments, you get bad moments.
This bad moment could cost them the game, though. Two lanes of Rax is gonna be enough for PuckChamp. Then they can only focus on the top lane, and it's gonna be fine. Even if the Treants get this range Rax, it's not gonna change a damn thing.
That is a second lane of Rax down, and just a tier 2 tower remaining there. They did finish off the range Rax here in the bottom lane. Sharkarat's on the other side now. Oh. There's a lot of pests inside here.
I would say PuckChamp, they feel a lot better right now. They can actually breathe with their full lungs, because up until that point you were always scared what's gonna happen. Now with the two lanes of Raxes, it's much easier to play this game, because finally X3 are gonna be forced into a fight. But what happened there is X3 got a little bit ahead of themselves. They were doing well, and they wanted a bit more, and they went for the Kunkka. It's fine going for the kills on the enemy part of the map, because even if you don't get him and die, it's not that big of a deal. But you died in front of your base and gave Raxes to the enemies. That's a little bit of a tactical mistake. You know, sure, some plays won't work, but you put yourself in such a risky situation. They were thinking because of the Nature's Prophet that everyone was TPing back, but still a very risky move to make. I think they didn't understand just how close in net worth and close in to turning this game around they were.
Yeah.
So they thought they had to make a more aggressive play that was actually necessary.
Oh, getting anxiety on this passive Midas. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why are you not using your Midas? Good sir. Oh. My OCD is really not serving me good here, looking at that Midas. Oh, okay, he finally used it. He wanted to use another neutral caps, but there's a Bane that has been found as they finish off the Aegis. Roshan killed. Bit of extra money going the way of PuckChamp. And 2 lives on the Viper. Viper, who has already been a big nuisance in this game, just got a whole lot harder to kill again.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
That is what though? Sugarrat?
Yeah, he's got something done here. Yeah, X-Mark is there, but he's got this BKB. And the tier 3 tower gone. Now they're going to the triangle, and they have actually spotted the Viper, but does he have backup? Natty Narwhal. Very dangerous battle here. Crowley is not actually getting much damage done here on his first life, and might actually go down, but they're going to commit to this. The Rank in trouble.
Up is coming, you bail.
Yeah, they got the kill. Look, oh, needs to get that quickening charm on them. And Nesphere also disengaging on the CK. They burnt out the Aegis.
Pretty good. You could see the difference there with the Bane dying to the arena on the enemy part of the map and the Bane dying on his part of the map. That's just night and day difference. You die on the enemy part of the map, no one cares. No one really cares. The problem still is the bottom and the mid lane will naturally push out, and PuckChamp, they can focus their attention on the top lane. It was good that they got the Viper ulti off. Ooh, they caught the Puck.
Actually caught the Puck. Very good play there. But able to get out. Pops down the coil. There's a 4-man heal from the Sunray, and Nesphere is coming in for a wraparound.
He wanted the creeps.
Oh, he's trying to cut the creep wave. Yeah, but he's revealed as well. And he's got his BKB. He needs to pop it, but he's still gonna maybe get stunned. But the
There's
egg
a basher
actually
on
gets
the
the
Mars.
basher, and the egg explosion will continue to follow up, and another disconnect.
Did you get excited, Panda, that you were gonna look at one team fight? Oh, did you? Not gonna happen here, my friend. But still, I like how
Rubbing in the
PuckChamp
salt.
are, how they're building their items. Mars went for a basher. Kunkka now he's thinking about a rapier, but I think the hex that he had queued up earlier would be a much better pickup. Maybe now he doesn't even need it. I think after what happens now, that X3 are forced into a fight. There's going to be a buyback from the CK, and they're going to have to fight if they want to go back in this game.
There's a
The
rat
split
in mid.
push is...
There's a rat in mid at the same time, so the CK might fall. They lost a tier 2 in the mid lane, and Sugarrat, who's pumping this right click, he's already got himself some extra attack speed as well. And here we go. Here comes Malik, and will surprise Nature's Prophet completely off guard. Sugarrat is dead, and he's instantly TPing onto the next lane. Or not. Okay. He didn't go through. He didn't go through. He's going to go back to the mid lane. And here we go again.
You can't exterminate them all because they spread so easily, you know, rats.
Yeah.
There's the buyback.
All right, we're going to need more. 2 buybacks coming out. No arena. BKB's available. Kunkka also a BKB, and so does the Viper. Now they're going to be using at least a couple of those. Nature's Prophet has been in trouble here, but they're going to jump the back line and able to take down Marcy. Looking for the Phoenix as well, but Phoenix is getting some time with the Yules, and that's 2 heroes dead, completely gone. Not going to be coming back at all with those diebacks. And Natty Narwhal, he's trying to fight all the way to the end with this Puck, but he's got no team around him anymore. And X3, I think this finally puts this game to a close. It was a long game. A game that technically could have been over a long time ago with how this laning stage started off for X3. They did show some perseverance. They showed us some rat Dota. Nevertheless, this series is going to end 2-1 for PuckChamp.
They gave us a fun game, and that is what is the most important thing. You can see in from these 3 games, I've seen that X3 there is a chance this team gets really good in the future. They're just making some slight mistakes. I guess in itemization in this game, I think Monkey King should have gone for a Deso. You needed more damage. You needed it to be more push as well. You know, in the last game, Terrorblade not going for a butterfly, just overestimating himself a little bit. So you get all of these things with experience. You don't even practice. You just get it from experience. You're gonna go back. You're gonna watch these replays. What could have we done better? And the Terrorblade one is probably going to be obvious. In this one, it's a bit harder. But if I was X3, yeah, sure, you have 2 losses to your name, but I'd be very proud with my performance. Also, drafting for the laning phase also needs to be a bit on the higher in terms of priority, because a lot of the games that they have lost, they didn't even get a chance to play Dota, but when they do look solid. On the other hand, nothing to take away from for PuckChamp. You could see in the draft that they were drafting to crush X3. They did just that, and they did itemize quite well in this one to catch X3 in the end. Just one mistake there on the bottom lane was enough to PuckChamp finally break their opponents and get the win in the series.
Yeah, very important series for them to win as well, because PuckChamp, a team that you would not expect to see 0-2 at the start of the season, come up to 1-1. X3 will suffer their second loss of their DPC tour, and onwards from there. I mean, they're showing that they know how to play this game. They know the strengths of their drafts, but laning stage was weak. Obviously, you're playing against heroes like Kunkka and Viper. That's going to make stuff hard. Marcy, who is really good at laning stage, definitely makes things a whole lot harder. Even the Furion isn't able to win every single lane, despite us talking that this NP is pretty decent in many laning matchups. Viper is just Viper. And then you put the Marcy into the mix. So what you gonna do? Anyway, as you might notice, we're pretty much behind schedule at the moment. So we are already going to close out our Division 2 show right here. But we've got Division 1 and our lovely panel also joining us and another cast to pair for the next series. So stay tuned. Don't disappear from the channel. We shall be back in not too long, because our next series is going to be a pretty interesting, a pretty fascinating one. We got Team Spirit going on the XCIS Rejects, aka Parry Parney, and then after all, me and Harry will be casting Na'Vi versus Bet Boom later on today. So 2 great series coming up. Harry, we'll see you in a bit, and we'll head over to the main broadcast with our LA crew from BTS. So, see you in a bit.